And glamour. It's about celebrating the spirit, the heart, the values of the Magalenyo. Partida ng Fiestang Kamaru ing Miss Magalang, uling kalupan aning tagdiwang at anyarang tabong masaganang pupul, kini narin mayayakit ing kultura, ing yegwa naning balen, talento at pamikalang kalabot daring balang Magalenyo. Deng kandidata dating balang barangay, ilang tatalakad at sisimbolo ng sigla, gelingan at malwalas sa bukas ng Magalang. Miss Magalang is our way of showing that just as our fields produce bountiful harvest, our community continues to raise empowered, graceful, and inspiring women. Our candidates are all winners already because more than just their pretty faces, they are young women with dreams, intelligence, and the heart to inspire others. And by standing here on stage, they represent the confidence, the talent, and potential of our town. Each of them carries the hopes of their families, their barangays, and their generation. They remind us that true beauty shines brightest when it is matched with purpose and service. As the mayor of Magalang, I take pride in seeing young women who dare to dream, who work hard to achieve, and who aspire to make a difference. Ilan ding inspirasyon tamo uling kay karelang damat at pangarap, makasalali ing katuparan na ning masanting aparasan na ning Balen Magalang. Let us remember that beauty is not only seen in appearance, but also in kindness, compassion, and courage. May this event remind us that every Magalenyo has a role to play in shaping a stronger, a more united, and a more God-centered Magalang. So tonight, let us cheer not only for the crown, but also for the spirit of unity, pride, and joy that Miss Magalang brings to our Fiestang Kamaru. On behalf of the local government of Magalang, I congratulate the organizers, our sponsors, our families, and of course, our candidates. Thank you also for all the guests who came by to visit. Luidia yung Magalenyo, Luidia yung Magalang, Luidia yung Probinsyang Kapampangan. Dakal po salamat.
Honorable Mayor, Mayor Malu Paras Lacson, honorable members of the Sangguniang Bayan and other elected officials, our esteemed judges, guests, friends and colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the coronation night of Miss Magalang 2025. Let me start this night with a metaphysical question that has probably been asked a million times, but has never been defined precisely. What is beauty? The world has spent billions, but this question endures, pageant after pageant, as though all winning answers, no matter how inspiring, are still far from defining what it really is to be beautiful. A man of science may see beauty as an objective biological and mathematical reality, one that talks about symmetry and indicators such as health and youthfulness. Society, on the other hand, may equate beauty with personality traits like kindness, confidence, and charisma, all perceived to enhance one's attractiveness. Cultural factors also play an important role in setting beauty standards. With all this considered, what then is the point of celebrating beauty through pageantry? More than just the glitz and the glamour of the event, how does it really contribute to beauty as a concept? Come to think of it, pageants have great influence on the narrowness of the definition of beauty. We see it in the beautiful faces of the candidates during their look tests, in their abilities and wit during the talent and question and answer portions, and in their impact through social media reach and stage presence. But beauty is beyond all this. Beauty is not just entertainment. It is many things. Beauty is diverse, evolving, and very deeply personal. As we continue with the search for the next Miss Magalang, we will witness how every candidate embodies beauty that is genuine and uniquely stands out in a world where we are constantly being told to be someone else. Sometimes it is in our quiet resilience, sometimes in our bold advocacy. My dear candidates, if you want to win, be yourselves. Shed a unique light to all of us by sharing your unique story. In the end, even if all pageants have a winning criteria, she who makes others feel beautiful is the most beautiful of them all. On behalf of the entire Miss Magalang 2025 community, I welcome you with pride and gratitude. Let us cheer for the voices that rise with purpose, for the minds that think beyond themselves, for the hearts that beat for Magalang. Mabuhay ang tunay na ganda ng Magalenya, mabuhay ang Miss Magalang 2025.
Yung Piyestang Kamaru, alam naman natin yung Kamaru, no? It's an insect, pero pag tumalon yan, maganda yung talon niya, no? So as a town, kami nandun sa stance ng isang Kamaru na tumatalon na. From dati, sleeping town, sabi nila, no? Pag describe nila yung Magalang, kasi hindi naman nila alam kung saan ang Magalang. From the time na naging ganito ang festival namin sa Kamaru Festival, we started leaping forward for progress, leaping forward to be known by other places. At syempre, itong street dancing nating napanood kanina, symbolic, it's not just dancing, it is symbolic of Kamaru and Magalang. Meaning na lahat sila sumasayaw, pero dapat sa isang action papunta. Lahat sila sabay-sabay, dapat, kasi para walang maiiwan, lahat papunta sa isang direksyon kung saan every dream of the Magalenyo ma-achieve nila, yung aspirations nila will be achieved. Or
Mayor, gaano po kahalaga yung youth involvement and culture ng Magalang po?
Very important kasi majority of our population are composed of the generation na yung mga youth. Actually, sa message ko mamaya, isa yan sa ano niya, no, sa gusto ko i-impart sa kanila na malaki ang role nila sa progress ng Magalang. So they should start on their own muna, tapos sa family nila, community nila, and the Magalang. Kasi sinabi ko nga, nasa kamay nila at sa pangarap nila nakasalalay ang bukas ng Magalang.
How important po na the LGU keeps on supporting po yung mga ganitong tradition po natin?
Important kasi dito mostly youth involvement talaga yung makikita natin sa Piyestang Kamaru. Yung mga activities namin, dinivert namin, youth talaga yung focus natin, no? So, kailangan ma-sustain ito para ma-monitor din natin yung pagsali ng mga kabataan. Kumbaga, they're just within reach, kumbaga, hindi sila malayo. At by these celebrations, parang napapag-aralan din nila at na-realize din nila na how important they are by the words that we say, by yung actions namin, yung yung binibigyan namin sila ng importansya sa ganitong paraan.
Message nyo na lang po sa mga Magalang, tama.
Renga Belen King Magalang, happy fiesta po at atyuta na naman, pabanwa na naman yung milabas at kalupa na po yung dati, lagi tamo pong magpursigi, lagi tamo pong manton paralan bakan itan, lagi yung masaya yung kapiestan tamo. Mo para maging masaya niya, para ma-inculcate po kaya katamo. Balang Magalenyo na importante yung balang metong kaya katamo para king metong progresibong balen. Emi po agyu, king LGU, na ikami mo, kailangan mo po yung kaya kayong sawop, kailangan mo yung kaya kayong suporta, yung kaya kayong partisipasyon, lalong-lalo na itang pamisan metong karen kaya katama nung kulan. Baka nita, mabilis tayo pong akwa itang progresong panganinapan tamo para kay Balen Magalang. Happy Fiesta po pa si Bayo at Mayap Aldo kay kayungan.
This is actually part of the celebration of the Fiesta of the Town of Magalang. This is sponsored by the Tourism Office of Magalang with Mayor Malu and of course Sir Ryan and the whole administration of Magalang LGU. At kami po ay kasama nila dito sa Kalutong Kamaru. This is an intercollegiate contest for cooking Kapampangan dishes. At masaya kami na madaming state university, local and higher education institutions sa private na kasama dito.
Innate naman na sa mga Kapampangan siguro kahit ayan, young age, mga college students sila na nagluluto. Pero ano po bang values yung naipopromote natin sa pagsasagawa po ng mga ganitong klaseng programa?
We have to bring back the glory of the Kapampangan culture. Natutuwa kami na sa edad nila na bata pa sila that even if it is already the modern times, you still have to love your culture sa Kapampangan and also sa Magalang yung sa Kamaru. This is values reorientation for our young people kasi personally, I think nagsimula din naman yung pagmamahal sa country. You know, when the Civil Service Commission directed that all government employees should be wearing Filipiniana during Mondays, when you buy, parang bumabalik at bumabalik na bubuhay yung pagka-Filipino mo. I think this is the same scenario for this one. That the Kapampangan culture should always live, it should always be on fire. And our youth should be part of it. Kasi darating at darating sila doon sa punto na mga kasing edad na namin sila, yung pagmamahal sa Kapampangan, sa Pampanga at sa Magalang ay hindi dapat mawala.
Very well said po, ma'am. Thank you very much. Pero meron pa po akong isang napuna sa pag-interview po sa mga estudyante. Although nasa kabilang po sila sa iba't ibang institusyon, no? Mayroon po talagang strong connection ang Kamaru and then the agriculture dito sa ating komunidad. Can you expound very briefly lang po regarding that?
Ang theme nila dito ay sa role pag you're preparing the land before makakalabas yung Kamaru, dapat na nabungkal yung lupa. Even sa buhay natin, kailangan nating mabungkal para makita natin yung mga mas magagandang mina. And then the second is sangle. Kapag ginagawa mo yon, you fry it without oil. So lahat tayo sa buhay, kailangan din natin ng minsan nag-iinit at na hindi comfortable yung sitwasyon. At yung pangatlo pala ay sakol. When you say that, you would get the people in or anything in group. Minsan masakit 'yon sa pagkukuha. Lahat iyon kailangan nating maranasan sa buhay para mas maging maganda at masarap, if that is the term, ang mga buhay natin.
Sir, nakita ko po kayo nag-iikot kanina. Ano po ba yung mga pangunahin na tinitignan ninyo dito sa ating mga competitor?
Well, since this is a Kamaru cook-off, unang-una tinitingnan namin kung fresh yung Kamaru. And then yung other nila na ingredients, may mga nakita ko na betute, which is very local to Pampanga. So itong mga ingredients na to, we're hoping na makitaan namin ng something unique, no, out of the ordinary fare.
Yung criteria po natin, ano po yung pangunahing gagradean natin sa kanila?
Oh, definitely dapat fresh yung ingredients. Tapos, syempre yung pagiging artistic ng mga contestants namin, gusto natin makita. Kasi we wanted to see how they will uplift yung ating food culture.
Ano sir, aside from the competition, the camaraderie siguro, ano bang values yung itinuturo natin sa mga estudyante with regards to the promoting the Kamaru Festival dito sa ating lokal?
Yung confidence important kasi yung mga bata, yung mga platform na ganito, nakakalalim ng kanilang pagmamahal sa local cuisine at eventually, siyempre, kung manalo sila, it will give them this confidence.
What is it for the Philippine cuisine, yung mga ganitong klaseng programa?
For Philippine cuisine, this is very important because this is a continuing legacy. Lalo na yung pagiging magaling natin as Kapampangan sa pagkain at sa pagluluto na papakita natin through this platform.
Sir, lastly, manalo matalo sila, ano pong mensahe po yung may bibigay niyo sa ating mga competitors, especially they are this young?
I think one of the most important things sa mga ganitong patimpalak is the value of loving the local cuisine, the culture. And at the end of the day, yung pagluluto kasi, init na yan sa ating mga Kapampangan. So, I think practice yan sa kanila eventually if they will go deeper in their career at magiging ambassador sila ng Kapampangan cuisine. Eventually, Filipino food.
Jerwin, anong klaseng preparation yung ginawa ninyo for today's competition? Ayan.
Ito po, sobrang excited po kami kasi isang malaking experience po sa amin to kasi ngayon lang po talaga kami napagbigyan ng pagkakataon nito. Ang ginawa lang po namin ay ibigay yung best namin, ilanda lang po namin yung mga kakailanganin namin dyan. Yung kamaro po na yan, as in, hinanap pa po namin, pati yung paghuli dyan, experience namin kasi sobra pong enjoy talaga paghuli niyan. As in, yung paghuli sa kanya, kahit tumatalon pa, huliin pa talaga namin yan.
Yun, no, hindi yun alam ng karamihan. Follow up ko yun. Paano ba manghuli ng kamaro? Paano i-gather yung ingredient na yan? Kasi yung sibuyas, yung kamatis, pina-forage yan. Yung kamaro, paano?
Yung sa kamaro po kasi dyan, yung mga magsasaka, pag inaano po nila yung mga lupa na tatanman, lumilitaw po yan pag binubungkal na po yan ng araro. So, kailangan mo lang dyan nalalagyan. Tapos talagang, wag kang matataranta kasi bigla na lang po talagang lilitaw yung mga yan. Kaya dapat mabilis ka dyan kasi naguunahan pa kami, marami kami naguunahan talaga dyan. Kasi masarap po talaga.
Gaano katagal? Tapos gaano karami?
Pag natapos po namin yung isang bukid na na isang ganyanan po, siguro pa makakakuha ka ng mga kalahating tabo. Pero depende po kasi pag konti lang kayo nangunguha, mas marami po yung makukuha mo.
Ano naman yung masasabi mong unique na ipapresent nyo ngayon? Although, since mamaya pa naman ito mapapalabas, baka pwede mong i-share sa akin yung secret mo. Ano ba yung gagawin yung dish ngayon?
Yung dish po kasi namin ngayon, yung pinaka-main dish po namin is palaka talaga. Bali, ang appetizer namin yung kamaro. Ang special dito is, alam po natin sa bukid is karaniwan po talaga yung kamote. Napatatawid po talaga ng gutom yung kamote. Kaya ang ginawa namin yung appetizer po namin, finil lang po namin yung kamaro before po namin ilagay sa kamote na in-smash. Yung po yung pinaka-unique na.
And lastly, sa mura nung edad, ano yung feeling na naipapresent nyo, naipapakita nyo yung talento nyo as mga cook, mga tagapaglutong Kapampangan at namanan nyo yung ganitong heirloom dish ng ating kultura?
Sobrang po talaga kami, sobrang blessings po talaga kami kasi po may papakita namin yung talent po namin ng pagluluto na hindi lang po namin sa school kayang gawin kundi even po dito sa Pisaw po na kaya namin i-present ang aming school.
Ang tanong ko na lang is ano kaya yung pinaka-exciting dun sa paghahandang ginawa ninyo para dito sa festival na ito? Siyempre, kamaro, exotic to.
Siguro po yung pinaka-exciting part na mararamdaman ng mga tao is yung kung ano yung mga techniques na gagawin namin sa pagluluto wherein mapapakita namin yung Kapampangan cuisine or may showcase namin na meron pa kaming kayang gawin.
Same thing, yun din yung kinaka-excite mo.
Opo.
Ano naman yung masasabi mong unique dito sa kamaro dish na gagawin nyo, ipapresent nyo sa mga judges today?
Yung ano po?
Yung unique, something unique na gagawin nyo dito sa dish ninyo na ipapakita nyo sa judges today?
Siguro po yung yung paggamit po namin ng kamaro as a main protein po namin or as a main ingredient po namin sa dish namin. And also, siguro yung yung makikita nyo po dun sa mga lutong kamaro is hindi siya yung literal na kamaro na adobo or na fried or na saute. Ito po yung mapapakita namin na kaya pa po namin siyang i-elevate or mapapatanong po kayo na pwede pa po pala siyang gawin ng ganun.
Sa murang edad, 21 years old pa lang, this is a heirloom Kapampangan ingredient siguro. Ganun. What do you feel na nape-present nyo as a young generation na namamanan nyo pa yung ganitong klaseng luto para sa mga Kapampangan?
Honestly po, nung una po, naramdaman po namin is na-excite and na-feel namin na pwede din pala siyang gawin ng ganitong dish. And hindi po namin naisip na yung mga waste, yung iniisip po namin kasi siya as a waste food dati. Pero ngayon, mas nagkaroon kami ng knowledge na pwede pa po pala siyang gawin as a different ingredient, ay different dish po.
Sir, ano pong klaseng preparation yung ginawa ninyo today? Meron bang exciting part? Baka pwede nyo pong ipahagi sa amin yung ipinamahagi nyo pong skill sa mga estudyante ninyo.
Medyo makabayang preparation kay Kamaru Festival ne mumunan dili reng dishes tamo kini Kapampangan or Marangle medyo masakit lang ini lalo ning Kamaru. Ang Kamaru kasi pag kauran masakit lang pantunan. Oneng saup da rin tao may kapantun kay po kining magalang.
Yung apin po naman po ba itay tang pera challenge? Itang pamangwa talaga kay tang pamag-forage ka retang Kamaru.
Aside kasi kitang masakit na rin Kamaru, talagang yung Marangle medyo masakit ya mo naman. Oneng uli na ning kay uli da ring matwa, iba't king Marangle, may kapangutang kami at may kapag-innovate kami. Medyo challenges ya. Kasi contradict yung traditional pag in-innovate me. Pero may innovate kaming bagya pero emi ko ing pamangan Marangle.
Bakit kailangan niya po ito, sir?
Gewa miya mo bang bayo ya pero sabi ko pin aliya mag-suffer itang tunay lasa na ning Marangle pamangan.
O ita na sir, bilang talaturo po, na ano po itang values abyayo po, apamanayo po karang estudyante yo, dikil kayong pamangawa po kening or pamakyabe kening Kamaru Festival.
Mumunan dili ing event tamong ngeni para yaking Marangle. So syempre ing po-promote tamo keni ing kaya katamong pamangan. So ing makasawop at makakakay karela ing kesan tingana po at least mabibiyasa la kung non la many batan kita mo po.
Bukod kayo tang expect yu man yambut kayo today, nano pa yung aliwayo pong expectation kay ni pong competition?
Actually po, manyambut ang po ngayon manyambut. Okay mo po, at least po rin kaya kaming estudyante. May kyabe kami po king metong patimpala kalupan ng event ay ni maging historia uling ring kaya katamong apag batla ka ring Marangle.
The members of the press. We ask for your cooperation in keeping the discussion orderly so the public may receive the clarity it deserves. May I now call Secretary John Vic for his statement.
Thank you very much. Good morning to all of you. Thank you very much for your presence here. I have a statement from our department. The palace affirms that President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has made the difficult but necessary decision to relieve PNP Chief Police General Nicolas Torre III of his duties. The President believes that his national security apparatus must always work within the framework of the law. With the recent developments, the President was presented with the facts, and he determined that the best course of action is to uphold the role of NAPOPAM as it was intended by law. As part of this resolution, the President decided to relieve Police General Torre. This was not an easy choice, but it was made in the national interest. The President is committed to ensuring a unified direction and collaboration across all areas in his cabinet, particularly those responsible for delivering security, peace, and order. The President expresses his thanks and gratitude to Police General Torre as his brief tenure brought new life and energy into the PNP. Nevertheless, the mission must continue. The Filipinos must be safe. To this end, the President has directed the incoming PNP Chief, General Matates, together with the Secretary of Interior and Local Government, to present within 1 month a comprehensive citizen security strategy focused on increasing police presence throughout the country and ensuring that every Filipino feels secure in their communities. That's all. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Secretary. So we will now start with the questions. I remind everyone to only ask 2 questions each so that it can be orderly po. So first, here is Miss Leia Ilagan from UNTV. Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Sir, can you enlighten us kung ano yung ibig sabihin ng difficult but necessary?
The President is very fond of General Torre. In his brief tenure as chief and even before that the CIDG, the President and General Torre have had a wonderful and productive relationship. However, there comes a crossroads in a President's decision making that he has to take the tough but necessary decisions to push his agenda forward.
Sir, itatanong ko yung tanong din ng marami. Ano yung reason bakit inalis mo si General Torre?
Precisely because we are a country of laws and not of men, that the institutions must be larger than the people who run it. And in this case, the President saw it necessary that the institution of the PNP and the Nakutong be upheld as according to the spirit of the law as it was created.
Sir, may connection ba ito doon sa... Follow-up na lang, sir. Last na, sorry. Sir, para lang mabuo yung story. Sir, may connection ba ito doon sa nakaraang resolution ng NAPOLCOM na hindi po nasunod, parang hindi naglabas o hindi na sunod ni General Torre? Yung NAPOLCOM resolution ng mga reshuffle ng mga official.
That, among other things, is part of the consideration of the President.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Leia. Third, Malonzo from Sunstar.
Sir, good morning. Sir, so my first question, saan na po ngayon ang i-assign si General Torre? And what will happen, sir? Kasi nasa kanya yung 4-star.
Yes, that issue, General Torre has been informed of his belief. He has the option of retiring or staying. But the question of the 4-star will be within NAPOLCOM to take up. But that is a collateral issue only to that who will be running the PNP, which will be formally, as of today, General Matates.
Any words, nag-usap na po kayo ni General Torre about this matter, sir?
I have tried to get in touch with him. I made 5 phone calls last night. I think he was in a dinner, but he was duly informed, properly informed of the decision of the President.
Okay. Ma'am, last, hindi kayo sinabot, sir? Hindi kayo sinabot ni General?
We have our own sort of communication and he did acknowledge.
Thank you, Mr. Mark Makalalag of DCWB.
Hi, Secretary. Good morning. Obviously, yung pag-relieve kay Chief PNP, unpopular decision, dahil nagkaroon ng conflict previously sa resolution ng NAPOLCOM and PNP, hindi na patupad yung order. So how do you intend to manage the public's perception na yung leadership ng PNP ngayon is stable sa kanilang pagpapalit ng leadership is stable? Is tremendous. Wala po itong bakit ng politika.
That is precisely why we are doing this. Because we want to take politics out of the equation. When you have issues arising, you must resolve it according to the rules of the institution. And that's what we are doing. This is not a popularity contest. This is a question of maintaining the integrity of the institution.
Sure. Binigyan ko yung resolution ng NAPOLCOM 2025-0531 adopted last August 14th states that non-compliance with the requirements being prescribed as subject accountable officers to administrative sanctions. So itong pag-relieve kay General Torre, parte ng sanctions dahil hindi sa pagsunod doon sa NAPOLCOM resolution.
There is no sanction. The NAPOLCOM is not taking any sanctions as a body, nor has it been discussed, nor has it been filed. This is a personal decision of the president, and he has, after careful perusal of the facts, the order came from the office of the president and not the NAPOLCOM.
Yung 4-star, kailan po makakukuha ni General ang tapis?
You will learn about that sooner as soon as the NAPOLCOM board convenes again next week.
Okay, thank you po.
Thank you. Mr. Ednil Perdoza from DZRH.
Follow-up naman sa last question. So yung turnover of the General Nartalos ay nangyayari ngayon?
Yes.
Sir, makikita namin sir yung comments or yung actions ng Malacanang. Ano yung exact na comments ng Presidente matapos ng medyo pagkakaiba doon sa NAPOLCOM order at kailangan bang mamagiging official ba?
As I read, he has to make sure that the national security apparatus is always in one direction. And in this case, there was the president felt that he had to straighten things out, and the decision was made to replace General Torre.
Ano na lang sir yung marching order ng Presidente sa bagong PNP chief, General Nartalos?
Well, as I stated earlier, the PNP chief and I will represent the month-monthly comprehensive citizen security strategy focused on public safety.
May mga inaasama tayo sir na drastic changes doon sa response natin sa 911 at iba pang programs na in-implement niyo sana ni PNP chief.
I do not believe that that is part of the agenda. We will launch the FI 911 on September 12th, and General Nartalos will take cognizance over that. It is an improved system. It is a more responsive system, and I think that people will see the difference. But from now till then, the 5-minute rule of General Nartalos, of General Torre, will still be in effect, and we expect General Nartalos to complete the good works that General Torre has started.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Manny Tupas from Philippine Star.
Sir, good morning. Sir, magmula nung nag-assume si PNP chief last June, from the very start, may mga disagreements na kayo ever since?
No, never. PNP and I have always had a great relationship. I remember I only entered the SILG last October, and that's the first time I met him. And from then till now, our relationship is, I would care to say that it is stellar. We've never had disagreements, and save for the last few days about certain things. And until now, I still consider him not only as a colleague, but someone who I grew up battle with and who I trusted big decisions on the president with.
Okay. Aside dun sa apart dun sa NAPOL Congreso, may nabanggit kayo among other things. Ano pa yung mga other issues kay Chief PNP na naging nagkaroon ng consideration bakit siya kailangan?
That is between the national security apparatus and him, and that is an executive privilege you can divulge.
Okay, thank you so much. Mr. Mon Alves of TV5.
Sir, good morning. Sir, this is actually a repetitive question, but just to clarify, you mentioned a while ago that this is a country of laws and not of men. Ano po talaga yung pinakailabat ni General Torre? Bakit mo siya nasipa?
He did not violate any laws. He has not been charged with any violations. He has not been charged criminally nor advisively. It is simply a choice of the president to take a new direction for the PNP.
Medyo vague. Medyo vague.
What is more vague than he didn't violate any laws? He didn't violate any. He has not been charged with any administrative case. He has not been charged with any criminal case. But he is a presidential appointee who serves at the pleasure of the president, and the president has made the decision to go in another direction.
So more on trust and confidence. More on trust and confidence now.
The president reserves the right to see what is best fit for the PNP.
Last na lang po sa akin. I don't think, hindi ko pa lang tama yung research na namin, but General Torre will be serving the shortest term in the history of the Philippine National Police. How does this affect the morale of the police force?
Well, I think I am confident that the police force is very professional. I think that they observe that their duties, and I think they 99.9% of them will uphold their oath to maintain allegiance to the country and to the president.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Vince Lopez, Manila Standard.
Sir, good morning. Sir, for the duration na PNP General Torre, may mga nalilib sa mga officers. What would be the magiging, mga official names, sir? Kung babalik mo sila, statement?
That is a NAPOCOM issue. As according to NAPOCOM law, NAPOCOM procedures, level 3 going up is up to will be taken up by the NAPOCOM board, and the NAPOCOM will convene this week and reconstitute the leadership of the National Police.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Jairo Boledo of Rappler.
Hi, sir. Good morning. Guy Rappler. Sir, hingin lang namin sana yung information. Ano po ba yung initial na reaction or papatanggap po ni General Torre when the NAPOCOM issued the memorandum po? Did he promise to the President to fulfill the said memorandum, sir? Thank you.
That will be revealed at a later date. There are documents that are still sealed, which will be brought forth henceforth after the NAPOCOM release.
Last question for me, sir. In relation to Vince's question, the NAPOCOM refers a few assignments made by the President, made by PNP Chief Torre, including some of the appointments in CIDG and all that. So ano po mangyayari doon sa order na yun?
The NAPOCOM will consider again this week, and then we will review all the appointments and make the necessary recommendations to the President.
Okay, thank you so much. Before we continue, following this question and answer, we will move to the next part of our program, the official assumption of office. So, Mr. Mark Gabriel, please, from Net25.
Sec, good morning po. Sec, hindi naman tingin sa atin nagkaroon ng conflict between yung NAPOCOM resolution and the PNP leadership. And lately, naglabas din ng mga manifesto of support yung other units sa PNP to support General Torre. Sa tingin mo, magkakaroon ng conflict po dito sa
Hindi naman. I think those statements were done in an emotional state. I think in the end they will follow their oaths and be true to their service. We do not consider it in any way such other than as a statement of support. We do not color it with anything else except that. So we do not expect anything different from the service after this term occurs.
Check, tanong lang. Did you recommend the relief of General Torre after this conflict?
Sir, that is a prerogative of the President. I have no say whatsoever, nor am I with a advice whatsoever. A chief PNP is the sole body, the sole entity to tackle such an appointment or relief is only from the office of the President.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Jason Gigales of Inquirer.
Good morning, Sir LG. Paano po if hindi po nag-retire si General Torre po? Kung ayaw po niyang mag-retire, if he doesn't give up that rank of that position, that four-star position?
That will be taken by the NAPOCOM. However, I was privy to a conversation that the President is considering him for another post in government, and we will know soon if General Torre was.
Okay, sir. Second question ko lang po on my end. With the appointment of Nartates, would you happen to know po, ano po yung rationale behind his appointment? Ano po yung reason particularly behind him being selected for this replace Torre po?
Again, your question was
ano pong rationale behind Nartates being the selection to replace Torre?
Well, General Nartates has served the PNP with distinction, much less with honor and with integrity. The president, in his well, illuminating through the papers and through the qualifications, that General Nartates was best qualified to be the next GPP.
Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Marlene Padiernos of DZMM.
Hi, Sec. Sir, nabalikan niyo kayo na walang nalabag na naging paglabag si General Torre na posibleng naging dahilan ng kanyang pagkakasibak sa service sa pwesto po. However, sir, ano po ba yung nakikita niya hindi ba sa servisyo ni General Torre? And nung nalaman po ninyo na aalisin siya bilang Chief PNP, nagawa niyo ba siya, nagkaroon po ba ng pagdepensa kahit paano para mapa-stay siya doon sa kanyang
Okay, in terms of the reasons behind it, again, I defer to the president. He is the sole entity to answer that. We just received orders. I can, with all honesty, say that the General Torre and I talked several times regarding the situation, and even the president and him talked several times, and the conversations were very candid and very there was no intensity to it, and it didn't lead to anything more than conclusions after that by the president.
Sir, I understand naman din na po kanina na wala kayong inaasahang conflict within the Philippine National Police kung sakali man dahil dito po sa biglaang pagpapalit ng hepe. However, sir, nung nakaraan kasi nabanggit kanina may mga nagpahayag ng pagsuporta kay Chief kay Sir General Torre. And may ilan po na nanawagan pa ng pagbabalik po sa servisyo as a pwesto bilang SILG. Ano po ang inyo pong thoughts about this, and if ever may
like General Torre, I serve at the pleasure of the president, so I leave it up to him kung ano ang decision na sa akin.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Mark Obleda of Police File Tonight. No questions. Okay, Mr. J. Mark Dagana of Radio Pilipinas. Okay. Mr. Ace Cruz, Balitang A to Z.
We will have to wait for the president announcement. I'm not at liberty to. I actually don't know for a fact of what will be offered to him, but it has been brought about during a conversation that he is thinking of offering a position to the former GPNP. Yes.
Okay. The president said, sir, yes. Yung usapan niyo.
Yes. He is being considered for another position because the president still believes in his capacity, in his organizational strength, in his past experience in the service. So the president believes that he can be infused in other positions critical to the nation's development.
Okay. Yes, sir.
If there are no more questions, are there any more questions? If there are none, we will now proceed with the official assumption of duty. 2-minute break. I think Sec, would it be fine so that we okay, 2-minute break and then we will assume. Thanks.
About beauty and glamour. It's about celebrating the spirit, the heart, the values of the Magalenyo. Partida ng Fiestang Kamaru ing Miss Magalang, uling kalupa na ning kagdiwang at anyaran tamong masaganang pupul, kininarin mayayakit ing kultura, ing legwa na ning balen, talento at pamikalang kalabot na rin balang Magalenyo. Den kandidata da den balang barangay, ilang tatalakad at sisimbulo ning sigla, gelingan at malwalas sa bukas ning Magalang. Miss Magalang is our way of showing that just as our fields produce bountiful harvest, our community continues to raise, empower, graceful, and inspiring women. Our candidates are all winners already because more than just their pretty faces, they are young women with dreams, intelligence, and the heart to inspire others. And
Thank you.